Sorry, I was talking about something else. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Morning Coffee's James. I'm James, and this is my morning coffee show. I'm sorry if I'm not drinking any coffee. I'm drinking Bang energy drinks, the pina colada flavor, with EAA aminos, super creatine, which doesn't exist, and ultra COQ10, whatever the fuck that is. It's just a good energy drink. Let's be honest about that. I know I'm probably not going to get a sponsorship from them anytime soon. I would like to start my own coffee brand. That would be excellent. But then again, I have been doing this for a while, and you're probably like, well, you haven't been doing this at all. You seem to be in, dead or gone or not visible. And it's like, well, you're absolutely right. And I have not been doing this because, one, I've been working like a dog with my real job. Two, I have been kind of in an existential crisis. Thank you, Joe Biden. Fuck you, Joe Biden. And, fuck Joe Biden. And no, it doesn't sound like Let's Go, Brendan. I've also been just kind of put through the ringer, in the sense. I've just been kind of put through the ringer, especially with my appendix exploding, trying to heal from that, and then being, can you work? Forced to back into work again, so it's like, Jesus Christ, I'm trying to get back into my routine, so it's like, that too, and it's like, trying to get back into doing this, but I've been doing other bad habits. Yeah, and it sucks. I'll tell you that much. It absolutely fucking sucks. But what are we talking about today? Well, I want to talk about, there's a lot of things going on in the world today. Australia has become a penal colony again. Europe is kind of a nightmare zone. I haven't heard anything a lot from there. The rest of the world's falling apart, falling into globalism. Joe Biden's pushing the vaccine mandates. Everybody's pushing the vaccine, pushing it hard. People are fighting each other. Czech Yerk wants to fight Joe Rogan from the Young Turks. Joe Rogan's not from the Young Turks, but Czech Yunk is from the Young Turks. And a fat boy, a big old fat, out of shape, angry liberal wants to fight Joe Rogan, who is a black belt in Taekwondo and other martial and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Shut the fuck up. But I want to talk about something more important than that, and something I'm going to just kick off with, and that is Playboy. For those who don't know what Playboy is, or if you've been sleeping under a rock, Playboy was a magazine back in the day, and still is. In my mind, it kind of was and still is, but apparently they don't really care. It seems like they've fallen into the woke category, and they've fallen into the SJW crowd and the LGBTQWXYZ NPMOI gay straight alliance. Well, no, they don't care about straight people anymore. They only care about the exclusiveness of wokeness and the smug liberal bullshit and the smug woke crowd. Apparently they have a new Playboy model out, and here's the catch. It's a man in drag. It's a literal man in drag. It's not transgender male. It is a man in a fucking Playboy bunny outfit. A black man, to be exact. And I'm honestly just at the point where I'm fed up. And you can call me triggered, or, you want to use the word triggered on us. It's like, I'm not triggered. I'm not upset. I'm not, like, screaming to the fences. I'm more concerned than fucking triggered. And you want to use triggered, you want to mock at me, haha, what a loser, haha. It's like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck. I'm concerned about the effects of this. There's gonna be some, consequences to their goddamn actions for doing this. And honestly, this is something I have to say and speak out of. This is why shit like Super Straight is coming out. This is why, people are becoming more unhappy with the gay community and the LGBT, well, not just the gay community, because gay people don't like these groups of people too, these perverts that are coming out of the woodwork and wanting to think, it's exclusive to teach your kids from a drag queen, who, let that drag queen, you're a monster if you don't let a drag queen read in front of your kids. It's like, okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I enjoy the naughty things in life. I enjoy, stuff like the classic Playboy stuff. I enjoy, raunchy stuff. I enjoy, sexy stuff. I enjoy, all the adult things, because I'm a fucking adult and I really enjoy that shit. I enjoy video games that are meant for adults. I enjoy, movies that are meant for adult. Now, I'm not talking about porno, but I'm talking about like movies that were meant for, R-rated action flicks and stuff like that. I enjoy, things that are meant for adults that trigger that, men exclusive things like comic books. Yes, ladies, comic books are for men. I'm sorry to say that. I am very sorry to say that, but it's the truth. I know there's a lot of female comic book lovers out there, but I'm gonna be honest. The people who complain about the outfit, Wonder Woman's outfit is too, or anything like any outfit that's sexualized, and granted, there are gonna be the people that it's not comic book accurate. It's like, shut up, have fun, shut up, have a Coke and a smile, and shut the fuck up. I'm talking about the people who think Sigourney Weaver's underwear is too sexy for Alien. Which, by the way, has anybody else slept in their jeans or slept in their, in their clothes instead of something comfortable like underwear, pajamas, or in their birthday suits? Really? Because you people are fucking weird and psychopaths. Nobody sleeps in their clothes. They sleep in something comfortable. Anyhow, Playboy decided to have, and where was I? Oh yeah, this to me is starting to like increase something. This is starting to like scare me a little bit because honestly, this is starting to increase homophobia, and it's not caused by the right. Oh, you don't accept this. It's like, no, there are gay magazines out there. There's I feel like Playboy is kind of like, obsolete a little bit. They kind of not have progressed a little bit. They're not looking at the full spectrum of this. It's like, Playboy is a men's magazine for straight men of all colors, of black, white, Asian, Latino. I don't care, what nationality you are, men like that magazine. And it's not just about nudies in there. There was articles and, stuff like that. And yeah, and over the ages, it used to be like, okay, a few articles and a shit ton of nudes. Now it's like a little bit of nudes and a shit ton of articles. And some of that articles, and I've noticed it before, have seemed to be falling into the woke category and geared towards women a little bit. Like, oddly enough, it's like, it's a fucking men's magazine. It's not supposed to be for women. Like, this was Maxim magazine before Maxim magazine. But now it's like, and most of those nudes are tasteful, too. Like, a lot of people think it's a pornographic magazine. Motherfucker, the difference between porno and fucking what Playboy was is the fact of, like, how much of, like, what the pictures look like. Are they spreading their legs and showing you what up their ovaries, or are they just kind of tastefully showing the human body? Especially the female body. But now, more recently, and especially with this, and I think this is the final straw, Playboy has become super woke and kind of decided, hey, let's get a male in there. Because that's what men want. They want transgender men. They want the LGBTQ exclusive. Nobody gives a shit about them. Men don't care. And I'm so tired of this bullshit about, exclusiveness and, oh, you're just being a homophobic, oh, you're not being progressive, oh, you're part of the problem. It's like, no, you're part of the fucking problem. You're not making the culture better. You're not making men's magazine. You're not making Playboy better. You're not making the culture better. You're making things more racist, sexist, homophobic. When you're calling these people this, you know what? They're going to turn around and go, you're right, I am. They're going to turn around. And I'm sorry to say it, I'm not afraid of a gay person. I'm concerned for them, but you're getting to that point where it's just like, you know what? Just take your I'm sorry, I'm going to use some harsh language here. Take your faggotry and get the fuck out of this. Get the fuck out of this. Take your faggotry and get out. Because this is a men's magazine. This is why shit like Super Straight exists. And you know what? It makes me laugh in the sense because it's like, you want to talk about phobias? You guys are heterophobic. You don't like white straight men. This world has been dominated by white straight men and also black straight men as well. In fact, straight men in general. Your hatred for them. It's like, yeah, take that. We're gonna take over your culture. Yeah, we don't like you. It's the same thing for. I know I get a little extreme. I'm sorry. I fall into that category of Alex Jones a little bit, but it's kind of fucking annoying. It's kind of fucking annoying dealing with the left with this shit. They have this. If you ever look at guys like Tim Filoni or any of like the comic book writers like Tom King, or I'm trying to think who else, but like I was watching Literature Devil, who is a YouTube channel that talks about you know, entertainment and how to write good stories, and he talks about why like American comics and American entertainment is so shit nowadays. It's because the left loves to shove in their agenda, and they love deconstructivism, and they love this idea of toppling the patriarchy, which is absolutely bullshit. I'm sorry, if you want to argue with me, fine, go ahead. I think the patriarchy is bullshit, as well as the wage gap. The wage gap is fucking full of shit, and I'm not alone on this. Feminists too agree with me on this. You know, I also think that there is no systematic, institutional, or systematic racism to a degree. I do believe that there is this kind of thing about, you know, especially putting black men in dresses too, which is another thing I'm not really fond of. Like, you've seen it before. Like, you've seen Will Smith in a dress. You've seen, you know, Julia White in a dress. You've seen all these, like, famous black people put on dresses and just kind of degrade themselves. I mean, the biggest one is Tyler Perry. Now, I know people love, you know, what's the big fat black lady's name who's obnoxious? Scrappy Doo? I'm not trying to say a racist name. It's like Medea, that's her name. She's kind of an obnoxious character. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't like Medea because she's just kind of this loud, black, annoying, like, stereotypical, you know, black lady. And I know there's people out there like that, but it's like, again, that's just my personal choice, but I really don't like even people like Terry Crews pointed this out. Black people have pointed this out before. They don't, including Dave Chappelle. You know, they don't like straight men as well, and especially white men too, because it's just like, we don't like your kind. You've ruined it's like, no, you're ruining the fucking culture. You know, you're not making the, like, you know, you're not making your movement great. You're making everything terrible. Why do you think manga is winning? Okay, I'm going off topic here, but it's like, it's everything in this culture. You know what I mean? It's like, let's destroy it because we're tired of the white men. And it's like these smug liberals too, these narcissistic smug liberals who, you know, and you can point them out when they have this smirk. You know, it's not a smile, like, it's not that. It's not this like devious like troll smile like that. It's, you know, so it's that slight smirk that tells them, like, I'm smarter than you. I'm the supreme being here, and you're just peons. It's like, hey, and I mean this too for everybody, not just Playboy, not just, you know, not just entertainers, but everybody who's making entertainment. You're a fucking narcissist. Look at your own shit. Smell it. It doesn't smell good. And you're gonna turn around, when you make something absolute dog shit, you turn around to these people and claim you did nothing wrong. And this is starting to fucking piss me off. You're doing everything fucking wrong. Playboy is a men's magazine. We would like to see naked women. Naked women. That's all we want to see. We want to see naked women. We don't want to see a dude in drag. We don't want to see a dick. If you want to see a dick, go re-release Playgirl. Because that was a fun, like, honestly, Playgirl, I don't mind the idea of women looking at naked men. I don't like, in fact, they do enjoy that. They do enjoy, women do enjoy looking at naked men. And I know women out there are like, oh, I don't like, no, you do. It's just that this culture won't let you. And I'm so tired of, like, guys like Sargon of Akkad being like, oh, this culture is deviant. Well, Sargon, I don't want to go back to the religious right, because the religious right and the regressive left are the same fucking animal. They will use the same language, but one wants to talk about the moral and the religious aspects of everything, and the other side is sort of too worried about the culture of people and exclusiveness of people. They're willing to censor and destroy everything in the name of their religion, the name of progress and healing, both of them. And I know there's, you know, and I know I gotta make a two-parter to this. I don't give a shit. And I know there's OnlyFans and Patreon. There's, you know, I'm trying to think what else. Subscribestar. People are making their own websites. So Playboy's kind of obsolete. And I'm so tired of hearing that too. The whole, like, oh, you shouldn't be paying for nudes. Don't be a thought. Don't be a simp. And it's like, motherfucker, have you worked a construction job in your life? You know, and I'm talking about Sargon, which I absolutely respect the dude. But Jesus Christ, man. And this goes for all these, like, you know, YouTube, conservative right, hive, not hive mind, but what's the word I'm looking for? Sophisticated, high-educated men, and well, we're talking about the culture, these very smug, right dudes as well. It's like, motherfucker, if somebody, and this is the thing too, they're making money. I'm sorry, but I don't shit on anybody who's making money. I don't care if you're doing OnlyFans or working construction. Making money is making money. That's the American idea right there. To have a hustle, to make some money. These people probably do a side gig as well. And you don't give me the bullshit that their husbands are cucked, because they're the ones fucking them, by the way. They're the ones who are going to sleep with them. They probably deal, and by the way, they probably have a good relationship too, because what we're seeing is the beauty of it. They have to deal with the ugliness of it, and they accept that. And you fucking, you sons of bitches, and I'm so tired of this shit. Especially with the right, you sons of bitches. It's like, get over your highfalutin bullshit. It's like, you're not winning the war on culture, you're losing it. The right has lost the war on culture, and they keep losing because they don't give a shit about art. They do give a shit about art, don't get me wrong. They don't care. They don't care for this, like, anything that's like highly unmoral, and porn is the problem with our culture. No, porn is not the problem with our culture. The vices, the substances we have, it's not marijuana, it's not drugs, it's our, why we go to them. Why do we go to them? Because we're living in a culture that's alienating people. We're living in a culture that's treating men like dog shit. Men's mental health is not recognizable. You're treating women as like the victims and the heroes, and it's confusing them. You're making them into like goblins in the sense. You're making them into like freaks. Nobody's praising beauty anymore. That's the whole point of Playboy. Men worship women. We do that. Why do you talk about like standards of beauty, and it's like, have you read a Playboy magazine? Have you seen Instagram? There are so many, like, there's one that I could think of, her name is Stephanie, I forget her last, it's like, begins with an F, but she is a thick model. There are thick models on there that get plenty of attention. There's also skinny ass ones that get plenty of attention. There's also some very decent body ones out there. And the same thing that goes with Victoria's Secret. The reason why Victoria's Secret models are the way they are is because it's a selective body. They border on the line of looking good naked and looking good in underwear, because that's what they're doing. They're models for the product. It's the same thing with these people who complain about fashion models. You know nothing about the industry and you think it's just the patriarchy. No, bullshit. The reason why those models are super skinny is because they have to show off the clothing. They have to show off the clothing. They're not there to show off the body positivity. They're there to show off the clothing. And what, by the way, speaking about body positivity, apparently you don't like fit bodies, but you praise fatness, you praise being out of shape, obesity, and morbidly obesity. I'm sorry, like, you're promoting an unhealthy lifestyle. You're fat shaming. Well, you're fucking health shaming. Not fat shaming. You're health shaming. It's okay to be healthy, okay? If you're thick and healthy, fine. But if you're just morbidly obese, you're promoting the wrong thing. Or you're part of the problem. You're part of the fucking problem. So eating a bunch of ho-hos is okay? You malnourished pieces of shit? Yes. Fat people, and I mean this too, not thick people. I'm not talking about unhealthy. I'm not talking about healthy, thick people with, not talking about endomorphs. I'm not talking about ectomorphs. I'm talking about the body types, those 3 body types exactly. I'm talking about these people who eat pounds of food and weigh 400 pounds and like are immobilized. That's who I'm talking about. Those people I'm talking about, not these people who are thick, not the Diane Webbers of the world, not the, I'm trying to think who else. I'm trying to think, like, not the Stephanie, I forget her name, I think it's Italian. Ferrano, you look her up. I'm sorry, I was about to sneeze. But I'm not even talking about, it just makes me laugh because it's like, our culture really, I'm sorry to say, but we appreciate beauty, and these people praise ugliness. They praise this idea of ugly. I'm not talking about somebody who has lost their legs or burn victim or breast cancer survived. I'm not talking about people who have real body positivity, who have like disfigurements and stuff like that. I'm talking about these people who can't stop putting food in their fucking mouth. Who talk about, oh, I can't because I'm just weak and I need to eat, and you know, I'm so weak, and you know, it's like, I'll change, oh yeah, I'm gonna change my diet. No, don't change your fucking diet. Don't change your diet to just salad because it's not fucking working, okay? Cut down on the calories, eat nutritional, you know, eat nutritional dense foods like apples, like meat, steak, yes, steak. And it sounds like if I'm promoting carnivore diet, I'm sorry, but I am. Steak and eggs and just really dense foods that don't really require, you know, eating a ton of them. That's why I call fat people malnutrition, because that's what they are. And I'll talk about that in another video, but right now I'm just so fucking tired. I've lost my way. This is supposed to be about Playboy. And you know what? Playboy, you failed. You failed misery. You failed the American people. You used to be a staple of America. But now you're a part of this woke communistic bullshit. And you should be ashamed of yourself. And don't give me this bullshit that I'm fucking homophobic. I know my gay friends, you fuck. I've hung out with them. You know, I know them, all right? They're good people. They're not, and by the way, they're not perverts. They're not the perverts that you put to the forefront to represent their fucking culture, by the way. Which is, by the way, like, if you want to talk about who's really homophobic, the left. The left is more homophobic because they keep pushing us out, and it's like the same thing how they treat, you know, minorities in this country. Well, you know, oh, these are our people, you know, these are our poor, you know, stupid, idiotic, we need to protect these people, you know, our gays, you know. Yeah, and I know people on Instagram, you know, Brokeback Patriot, you know, the gay who strayed, conservative gay people who spoke out against this and now are being treated as absolute dog shit, as traitors, as race traitors or some shit like that, you know? You only like gay people and black people or Latino, you only like the minorities because if they're speaking your language, you like them. If they have the same hive mind, you like them. But if they speak out, they're fucking horrible, you know? And plus, you're making homophobia worse with your bullshit. It's like, look, there's a difference between Dave Rubin and the guy wearing assless chaps down the street. At least David Rubin, you know, is gay, but he's, you know, he's a normal gay man. Yes, gayness is not part of his, you know, identity. You know, he dresses normal. He knows when to, you know, put stuff in the bedroom, and he knows when to just be normal outside. I'm not trying to get the proper words out, but you know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to do, like, whatever you do in the bedroom is fine by me. Don't bring it out there. I know, there's a lot of people out there who, you know, are deviants, who go, you know, who like to fuck in the woods, but honestly, just keep that in the wood. Just keep that by yourself. I don't care what you do. Don't parade it around. Don't praise it. Sexuality, deviancy should not be praised, but the individual accepting himself should be praised. You know, if you're gay, that's right on. You're happy. That's the meaning of being gay. It means being happy. You're happy with being yourself. Homosexuality is what you are, but being gay is what you are as a happy person. You're a happy person. You just happen to like the same sex. All right. I think I've gone long enough. My final thoughts are basically, Playboy, go back to basics, all right? More naked women, a few good articles for men. I don't care if they're pandering to motorcycle, guns, you know, crime noirs. I don't care if you put pulp stories in there. In fact, put pulp stories in there. So yeah, get your shit together, all right? And release Playgirl, come on now. Come on. All right, I think I've spoke long enough. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.